So keep relax your body, your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound, please. And while you focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring attention to your body, please. Scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words mentally, relax your body, please. When I mention the inside organs, if you don't know where it's located, just have a thought. Relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax your abdominal organs, relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. Bring your attention to the lower part of your body and recognize if there are any strong sensation, tightness, heaviness, heat. Just get a mental note. Don't comment. Don't have any view or don't judge. Don't try to verbalize your feelings. Just get a mental note. And observe your lower back area. in your upper back and shoulders. So from now on, try to remain with unmovable posture. Gently bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation place in front of your nose. So now allow your inhalation, exhalations happen itself. So inhalation, exhalations happen as a result of your bodily action. So then release your mind. Just observe. And in the beginning, recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Only through the sensation, not by visualizing or dreaming or thinking about it, just by through the sensation. Don't put any pause on, don't put any effort on inhalation, exhalation, just allow it to happen naturally. Bring your mind to the neutral mood and just observe. This is inhalation, this is exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. With your body, with your breathing, with your mind, keep a very friendly attitude. Bring little bit more attention and follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Observe whole breath body. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalations or exhalations. See the length and the depth of the each and every inhalation, exhalation. Also, you may experience some inhalations, exhalations become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. So keep your attention only to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, and experience the change happening moment by moment. Whatever sensation arise in your body, see how things change and how things arise without any effort by yourself. Don't react to any sensation or any feelings. Just allow things to arise and disappear itself. And see, if you don't react to any feelings itself, it will disappear. That is the very nature of this entire universe. If you don't react, it will go away. Allow your all four elements to synchronize with the nature. Your heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. Or your all the electron, neutron, and protons, and be formless. Get out of your self image. Just be like a drop of in the ocean. You become part of the ocean, but you have no form. Just be like part of the wind. Just be like the part of the dust in this world. And experience how things change moment by moment. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. So, with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light, please. And expand the capacity to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, once upon a time there was a young king, and he was looking for a advisor, and he sent information to his all the ministers to look for a very holy person, and all the ministers sent the message to each and every village far away to the jungle and looking for the very holy person to keep as the advisor for this young king. And then in the deeper of the jungle, there was a very yogi, that very naked yogi had very limited facilities and had only wooden bowl for his food. That is the only thing he had, even that no any clothes. That's, as you know, in India, that from ancient time to today, this they have this yogic practice, and there are many yogis still. If you know about the Kumbh Mela, like that ceremonies, all the yogis from the deeper jungles, from higher mountains, Himalayas, they all come to Ganges River. So, and they were so happy, and they invited for this yogi to the palace. And he came, the young king start to practice all the religious activities following his advice. So then king always look at him, this his teacher, now spiritual teacher, and always thought, look, that I have this whole kingdom and I am so young and I have this all the facilities. And but still, this person, the same like me, and he doesn't have anything in his body, but he have only that wooden ball. And he is so respectable, and each and everybody respect him. And even people don't respect me, and people worship him. And the king start to became more and more strong himself to give up that everything and practice to become like a yogi. And he start to renunciate things deeply in his mind and detach things from him. And so then one day, out of the palace, this yogi and this young king were practicing meditation. And this young king, oh, that the renunciates himself, this everything deeply inside his mind, and he start to get into tranquility state and the seeing his this spiritual teacher. And by the time what happened, there was like the fire inside the palace, and people start to run everywhere and shouting, there is a fire, fire, fire. So this young king and close his eyes and start to reflect on impermanent. And then by the time what happened, this yogi jumped over the king and start to run towards and even he went inside the fire looking for this wooden begging bowl. And when the king opened his eyes, and he already transformed to liberation, but the guru and into the fire. So this deep moral story regarding spiritual practice And sometimes you can renunciate things outside world, and you can be naked, and you can be completely detached from everything. But remember, whatever you hold in mind, it can take you to fire. And at the same time, maybe you can become kind of like a king, very young king, and you have all the luxurious things. And in the outside world, you own a lot of things, material things. But if you capable to understand and renunciate that, give up that, release it from your mind knowingly, the worldly nature, remember that it will help you to transform you from this worldly fire to total liberation. And at the same time, in this spiritual path, that if you have the clear intention, and sometimes shadow of someone else will show you the path, and sometimes that whatever the people around you and their behavior totally different, and maybe that the things around you and have different kind of situations, but it will show you the path how you can gain your liberation. So then be wise yourself and look yourself and be very clear within yourself. And so whatever outside world, once you become very clear within yourself, whatever outside world, and it will help you to complete and accomplish your journey yourself. And maybe that the whatever the condition in the outside world doesn't have that kind of intention, or it has a total different way of lifestyle, but it is okay. Because you practice meditation and you look for spiritual development, that doesn't mean other people should be like that way. And give the total freedom to that people, and release that all the situations around you, but keep your journey within yourself, and then you will see. And whatever that the people and maybe the demons will help you to gain your liberation. That is a profitable skill that you have to develop, rather than trying to correct others, rather than fighting with others, rather than arguing with others, resisting the situations. And you become kind of like a garden. So whatever the situation, you become nourish yourself and grow yourself and become a flower. So that is why you need to practice meditation to develop that level of your heart. That's why we call it cultivation of the mind. So the cultivation of mind means you become available to grow. So that is very necessary yourself. There is a sutta called Apara Sutta. So in this Apara Sutta, what the Buddha mentioned, that Buddha gave a simile regarding a river. So we all in this side of the river and swimming and enjoying, having bath and playing with others, having fun. But no one want to cross the river and go to other side. So what is this river means? We all have a life related with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. And we bound to form, feeling, sensation, perception, formations and recognition. So we all enjoy that. And maybe you have a long journey through the samsara, eons by eons, you keep doing this. But when it comes to the liberation, remember that your eons by eons journey doesn't qualify. You cannot tell, oh, I already have millions years that enjoying this and experience this. Because of that, I need to find the liberation. No, it's not going to happen that way. And you cannot bring any kind of qualification. No, past lives I used to be like this, and I born in this place, and I had this kind of history in my life, and my parents like this, my relatives related to this kind of background. That doesn't mean for your liberation. So understanding the very nature of change and understanding the core nature of this existence is the most important part. So in this Apara Sutta, what the Buddha say, remember, there is something beyond your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience. There is something. So, but by thinking and using your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience, you cannot recognize what is beyond it. So, whatever the life that we go through in the samsara, and whatever the life that we experience, even practicing meditation, and if you bound to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, or if you bound to form, feeling, or the sensation, or the perception, or the recognition, or the consciousness or awareness, if you bound to that, hold it to that, clinging to that, what will happen? You're going to experience the same thing as a result of that. So then, how you can break this down? Remember, there is a simile for this. Just imagine that everybody in this world blind. Just imagine. Everybody have their eyes closed. No one can see, but they touching and they communicate in different way. So then what you do, so you start to rub your both ears like this. Keep rubbing. So others all this eyelid close, and you keep rubbing. In a certain level, suddenly your eyes open. So what you experience, how you going to tell to other people? You cannot tell what you see because their eyes closed. Only thing that you can tell is just start to rub. And then you can tell then when you keep rubbing and you will open your eyes. Why? Because it happened to you. But you cannot tell what you see. So same like, just imagine that we experience the world with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And out of that perception that come to us, we experience and we transform deeper inside to different form, feeling, sensation, perception, and recognition, formation and recognition. So that way, and we hold it to that. That is what it's called the pattern or the habit. And we all experience the same thing like that way. But the Buddha is the one who kind of like keep rubbing his eyes and open the eyes. And now he saw something. And then that's why the Buddha said, there is something beyond your experience, the sensual experience. But the thing is, we enjoy, keep experiencing this world in nature. Because of that, what happens? You cannot experience beyond what it is. You lose that ability. So remember, when it comes to this very physical world, your body, each and every atom has two kind of nature. One is adaptivity. Your body has natural way of adaptivity. It can adapt to any situation. That is a kind, that is a, it's kind of like a miracle. That's why through any situation, from Homo sapiens to today, billion years to today, that's how this human being survive. Because we can adapt to any situation. Same like the water. You can adapt, and at the same way, there is another thing, addiction. If you addict, you cannot adapt. And the thing is, sometimes once you addict to something, in that addiction, even each and every cell in you, what happening, it is start to develop a format according to that addiction. And then you keep going, you keep going, the energy or the current and the emotions start to flow in that way. And then what will happen, you start to become so comfortable with that format. But the adaptivity is different. So if you able to recognize the adaptivity and break down the addiction and follow the adaptivity, and through the acceptance, so the the adaptivity bring the ability to accept. Listen this very carefully and get it. When you adapt, it develop the ability to accept. It's a profitable skill. But when you addict, you cannot accept. When you addict, what will happen? You always develop a resistance. Throw things away, throw things away. And that resistance bring a kind of like a security to yourself. And then keep going. But the practicing meditation means a method that you release your mind from addiction. So deeply head to toes, this whole nerve system has an addiction, and it deeply related and bound to your thoughts pattern. So the thought patterns always related to comparison to your past and the future, and it always moving here and there, moving here and there. And once it become an addiction, what happening, unknowingly, unconsciously, your whole nerve system start to develop a method to reject. To reject things, you need a lot of energy. And the burning process start to become higher, higher, and then what will happen? It become a struggle. But the thing is this, once you addicted to that struggle, it is very difficult to get you out of it. In a very conventional life also the same. Look, sometimes people want to be busy. They cannot sit down. They need something. They need the heaviness. They need the tightness. They need the heat. Otherwise, they cannot feel comfortable because they addicted to that. But when you develop the tranquility state, what happening? Deeply you release your mind from that addiction. So unknowingly, when you are addicted to that, what happening, you keep forcing, pushing always your nerve system to this whole system, moment by moment, moment by moment, to directions with thoughts deeper in you, to this, to that, that we call busyness, mental busyness, tightness. And because of that, deeply you get tired. But the tranquility state is the moment it allows you to release from that current. And it's kind of like this, that in a vehicle, once you put it to neutral mode, like a pilot mode, autopilot mode, so the in that you become free from the guiding the engine, so the engine itself start to flow, the whole mechanism naturally start to flow. So your whole nerve system to mind, there is a method. You can come to a moment, rather than resisting or rather than comparing, rather than pushing things away, you can come to a moment to connect to your body and mind and to flow. So once you reach to that level, we call tranquility state or the samadhi. So it's not going to happen by closing your eyes. Even in the very physical level, you can do that. When you're cleaning, you can get into that flow. When you washing, you can get into that flow. When you cooking, you can get into that flow. In its sport, is in the sport field, there are a lot of people gain that into that flow, and they become very successful with that the sports. And even whatever the other the work that people keep doing, and sometimes once the person get into that flow and there's no resistance, then they feel relaxed, comfortable, joy, the deeper happiness. So in meditation, what happening, without depending from the outside object or the subject, so your inner being itself connected to your body and mind flow. So in this Apara Sutra, what the Buddha mentioned. So through the sansaric journey, we had a habit to maintain our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So it's kind of like the this side of the river band. So we not want to cross the river. Why? Because we enjoying, we become comfortable, we become so happy with the experience that we go through. Why we bound to this experience? How we can go beyond this? So the very first thing that you should know, you have to remember that always know yourself. There is something beyond what you experience. Keep know that. Always remember that. Don't think this is the end. There is something beyond this. Just knowingly experience. So that is the first thing that you have to come to that is the dharma that you have to listen. So when we say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, so the Buddha means not the person. It's nothing to do with the person. The idea of the Buddhahood, the quality of the wisdom. So you should remember there is something beyond your experience. So otherwise, how the ordinary person, and suddenly they recognize something and they say they are enlightened. So then they see the same thing and they have the same kind of physical body. So what is this then? Why we cannot get that? Where you hold it? So the very first thing, And according to the Apara Sutta, it is very important. Why this happened to us? Because we think, when we see something through our eye, when we hear something through ears, when we smell something through our nose, when we have the sensation or the eat something through our tongue, when we feel something through our body, when we think something through our mind, we take it as the total last experience. Because of that, we don't look beyond it. And sometimes, that there is a new place that you want to visit. So somebody saying, okay, you want to go for a hike, and there is a hike, path, and then there is a mountain. And then you get the information, and then you go the hike. And then you enjoy everything, and then you come back and you explain. And then the other person tell, oh, no, there is something. You should go beyond that mountain. But at the moment you experience in the mountain, when you went by yourself, according to the information, you thought that is the end. But when you come back, your friend telling, oh, there is something beyond. I didn't mention that in the beginning. So same thing, like when it come to our world, look at this, all the technology, media, this everything, and try to bring the experience, everything related to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And because of that, we bound to it. And because of that, we lose the ability to recognize there is something beyond. So then the Dharma is the method. The Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Once you know there is something beyond humanity, just ordinary person. That's why when people ask from the Buddha, who are you? Are you human? Buddha said, no. So are you a god? No. Are you a demon? No. Are you a ghost? No. I am a Buddha. So then know yourself in the sansaric journey, eons by eons. Maybe you bound to this human existence, or maybe you bound to the divine existence. Maybe you bound to this ghost existence, or maybe you bound to your animal existence. Why? Because that is what we know. So then what the Buddha said, I am a Buddha. So then when you say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, are you repeat it, or are you telling it just thinking about your human condition, or are you want to get out of it? This is the thing. We say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, hold it to our human condition. So then how you go beyond it? Because you hold it to that. So then remember yourself. When you say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, that means you have a desire, determination, you have a vision, you have a will to go beyond this human life, this human boundaries. What is that human boundary means? That related with all the experience to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. It is very limited, as you know, that whatever that we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, we can feel, it's very limited. It's even in this environment, in myself, in this environment, in your environment, in your room, in this very moment, what you experience, you're not experiencing even out of 100, you not experience even 1% around your room, around your world in this very moment. that much your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind very limited. Just know there is something beyond that. Don't hold it to, don't bound it to. According to the Apara Sutta, that is the first thing that you should know. There is something beyond this band. There is another side of the river. So then, in day-to-day life, nothing wrong experiencing anything, nothing wrong enjoying anything, nothing wrong appreciating anything, nothing wrong that hold it in, but no, there is something beyond that. Then the Dhamman Saranangacha, what is that? So there is a method. So that method means there is some words, there is some teachings beyond what you already know. So when you say the Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, that means there is something beyond your human existence. Buddhahood. It is in you. It is not going to come out of any kind of initiation or you authorization. No, there is nothing. There it is in you. You can transform your life, becoming another rather than another human being, becoming a divine being, becoming a ghost, becoming a demon, becoming an animal. There is a method that you can transform yourself to a Buddha. It's available to anyone. So then Dhamman Saranam Gacchami, that's mean there is some words that you should know. There is some method you should know. Just imagine when you don't know something, how you react in day-to-day life. But once you know something, see how you totally change to different situation. So same like inside you. Remember that what you already know, not enough for you to cross the river. That is the second method. So the first one, you should know there is something and be honest and accept that what you already know is not enough. That is where we hold it to egocentric mind, self-centered view, because we think, oh, I know, I am. We kind of like we eating our history and we depend on our history. I used to be like this, I used to be like that. So like that, we always, vomit our history. So at that time I did this, at that time I did that, so like that. But that doesn't make any sense. Look at it, still we are here. So then remember, Dhammang Saranam Gacchami means that you should know the method you already know is not enough. There is something. There is something. So try to find it. And no one can tell this is that or that. No one cannot going to bring it kind of like this UPS, DHL, like the deliveries. It's not going to happen like that. And now it because people addicted to that. People think that everything going to deliver to house. And with this, the modern life. And these young children don't know that the life is, beyond this delivery life. And food delivery, all the tools and the machines, everything delivery to, in front of the house. So this not going to bring anyone like that way. Remember, this you have to go yourself and find. So that is become a challenge. And so, and Sangam Saranam Gacchami, what does that mean? So when you know there the river, the beyond that this band there is other side, and there is The method that already that what you have not enough for you and you should know something. And not only that, Sangam Saranam Gacchami. There are some help you need out of some tools and the people. So there are some people already knowing and crossing this. And somehow you have to follow and find that people around you and develop this community of Sangha around you and to cross the river. So there are already people, and it happened eon by eon. See, even not this Buddha, that 24 Buddhas already in the samsara keep crossing this river. Millions, billions enlightened masters crossing this river. So even in today, there are a lot of unknown people, crossing this river. So then yourself, you should know the people around you already that you keep, associating may not enough for you to cross this river. So then you have to keep open your eyes and look where you can find and develop the community and get the help to cross the river. So why? Because mostly that whatever the people you associate, look at yourself, they just bound to their eye, ear, nose, tongue, body experience. If you tell them, hey, there is something beyond this, they go crazy sometimes. They don't understand it. There's nothing wrong with that. We also had a time like that way. We also thought, sometimes when the high priest taught us, we also thought, they have kind of like, you know, cuckoo in their mind. But now we understand that it's a different way. Same like when if you tell to somebody, maybe they think, this is something in you. It's okay. That's the very nature. You have to accept it and you have to enjoy that. And then, you have to find that move forward. And the most important part in this Apara Sutra, what the Buddha mentioned then, remember, then that there is something beyond this human existence. There is a method to cross it, and there are already people crossing it. When you find the path, when you get into the right method, remember this, you become an example to others whoever behind you. That is the beauty. That's mean you share it. In the human existence, so far, in this all generations to generations, remember, in the human existence, there is a one measurement that came to recognize our success. What is that? That is sharing. If you cannot share it by yourself with others, you are not success. So wisdom the same. The Buddha himself achieved Buddhahood himself. And then what is the success that he had and how he knew it is the Buddhahood? Because he able to share it with others. So then yourself, imagine anything that you experience. If you cannot share it with somebody, that your experience is not true. You are not experiencing it to the complete level, 100%. There is something you missing. So then the recognition of your success or your experience, and naturally you become a person to share. Even in the material world, even in your spiritual life, that is the measurement of the success. So then look yourself. In day-to-day life, are you becoming a part of that journey? Are you capable to share something, even in the conventional life? when your children, when your friends, husband, wife, or family come to a very conversation regarding just the ordinary life, can you share? And can other people understand it very clearly? If not, remember, you are you are at least you didn't experience this conventional life. So then the spiritual development, the success of the spiritual development, how you can measure it? When you able to share it with others. If you can do it and if other person can get it, then remember, you are on the right track. And so keep going. And then you become a part of the great the community of the Sangha. And don't worry about the other people, because you are become a part of that generation, next generation to to follow you, and you become example, you become a light. So be a part of that, and that is the greatest joy that you can gain yourself, and that joy will take you to your inner freedom and the liberation. And as a human being, that is the greatest contribution that you can give to this world. So when you are able to experience it, remember, that is the moment you're going to experience your inner liberation, transformation, ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficult come to you. May all the success be with you. And may no any difficulties come to you during this time period. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahangotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu.